So today we're getting out here to give this bad boy an overseed to make it nice and thick. Let's do it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. Okay, so back today out at the brother and sister-in-law's house. I tell you what, I haven't been here for probably about 3 weeks, I think it is, since we sprayed those weeds out. It is looking so much better. Like, I've had some good rain and it is looking nice and green, nice and lush, looking delicious. Especially this section down here. Like, this here doesn't even need an overseed, to be honest. Where we got the hydro seeding done, it just looks so thick. Looks so good. Now the thing is, we've got Kentucky bluegrass in there anyway, so we're not going to overseed that section. But today we're giving this whole lawn an overseed just to thicken it up, because we have got a few bare areas in here. So if your lawn's like this at home and you've got some huge bare patches, you can overseed your grass if your grass type has a seed. So this is a mix of Kentucky bluegrass and ryegrass, which is a cool season grass. So this time of year, which is autumn here in Australia, perfect time of year to get down some seed. Now we're getting close to the end of the window for us to put this down. Probably still got another 6 weeks, 8 weeks before any frosts hit. So you want to get it down before frosts hit your area. But Kentucky bluegrass is in here, and technically it could creep sideways and fill this whole thing in, but we want to just give it a head start. So by spring next year, this thing is going to be kicking along and looking pure. So the backyard out here is looking actually really good. Looks like they got some soil in here and got some garden beds going, which is awesome. Ready to go there. Looks like it's the same tough edge stuff too that I got from Bunnings ages ago in my yard. Nice. So tell you what, this really is gonna, after this overseed, this lawn's gonna look awesome. We won't put any pre-emergents down this year, as I've said, because we want this seed to germinate and push along. We'll start putting some pre-emergent down in springtime. Probably put some barricade or something down on this. All the broadleaf's gone. Still those grassy weeds in there like paspalum. That's where it is. Ooh, looks like the nutgrass got knocked pretty dang hard as well by that sledgehammer application. Just needs another follow-up. Yeah, hardly any weeds compared to what there was. Yes. So today, as I said, we're putting out that Kentucky bluegrass and the ryegrass mix from Advanced Seed. Shout out to those guys for getting us that stuff as well. And we've got some black soil here. Actually, that's probably other stuff. Got some in the back of my ute. We're going to be overseeding and top dressing today. So we're using this black stuff that I used at my house the other week, just to help hold the soil, the moisture in the seed. This stuff is actually really awesome stuff. Always get really good results with this when I put this down on my lawn with some seed. So it's got some nice nitrogen in there as well. You can tell. So yeah, that's all we're really going to do today. As I said before, if you guys are doing this and you got cool season grass, feel free to do it now. If you got warm season grass like cooch, kikuyu, anything like that, I wouldn't be doing any oversetting with those grass types until springtime if you're in Australia, because it is too cold. If you're in the States and got Bermuda, which is cooch, what else do you guys have over there? Zoysia, which I wouldn't, it's too annoying to get seed for that stuff. I just let that fill in. You can do it now if it's springtime for you guys, but yeah, just, that's the thing too. If you got cooch or something, I'd 100% prefer to give it a renovation, core aerate, scalp it back, scarify it if you can, top dress it, and let the cooch fill in by itself, or the Bermuda, or the Kikuyu, or the buffalo, or the zoysia. All those grass types, I'd rather let them fill in than overseed them, because they are self-repairing grass types. Even if you've got a full Kentucky bluegrass lawn as well, let it fill in and repair itself instead of overseeding, because you're going to save yourself time, and well, not time, money, not time. So we have got this hill here that did die out a little bit when we had a couple of weeks of no rain, and the guys, their sprinkler system did something funky and they were away. So for this area, for example, because it's on a slope, you could either hydro seed again, or because this has Kentucky bluegrass in it and it's going to creep sideways, the other thing you could do is aerate this area and just let it creep in. That would be the biggest thing, because the soil is a little bit compacted here at the moment because it is on a slope. That's what tends to happen. The best thing I would recommend doing is just aerating this and then allowing the Kentucky bluegrass just to take over. So you aerate it, keep mowing it, possibly give it a fertiliser. I'll be doing liquid ferts because it's on a slope. Your granular fertiliser will probably tend to wash off and leach out pretty quickly, so yeah, highly recommend you do that if you have a slope like this. Now, same thing could be done for this other lawn here, as I said before, but anyway, let's stop blabbing, let's get this seed down, let's top dress it, let's get this thing looking mint. Right, we are all done with this lawn. As you can see, top dress done. We actually got a little bit of sand in there as well, which is perfect for the front because it needed some actual leveling. See, that black stuff will break down over time. This sand is going to be awesome because it's going to keep some levels on this front section. Since we did do a top dress a while back on the front with that black stuff anyway. I usually use the black stuff just to hold seed in there, a bit of moisture, and then it tends to break down over about 12 months anyway, so it's not going to have any effect on your soil over time and create layers and stuff like people tend to suggest. But yeah, we went it pretty thick, as you can see. Have a look at this. We're down a good, I reckon we'd have about an inch, close to an inch worth of soil in some of the spots because there was some massive dips. Now, we could have got away without overseeding, but we might as well since we've got the seed there and want some more rye in there as well, so it's a nice blend. Because of that Kentucky blue, just top dressing would have helped it creep into those areas. Tell you what, it's definitely a lot better at the front. I was talking to Ollie before actually, he was saying that at the back here they brought a lot more soil in and it was a lot softer as well. Hence why this area just got such better strike. The colour's a lot better, or the soil is just a lot better back here. As you can see, it's just got that heaps darker green colour. So this is going to look awesome in a couple of weeks once this seed pops up. So with this, if you are overseeding like this, make sure you don't mow it and just let the seed come up. Since it's got rye and Kentucky bluegrass takes about 21 days to germinate. Sometimes can be a little bit quicker. The ryegrass will come up quick though, give it about 5 days and it'll be up pretty soon, which is great for erosion control. But the goal with this is that the Kentucky bluegrass eventually takes over most of the area because it's grass that's going to repair, a little bit more drought tolerant, and yeah, it's just a little bit easier to look after when you can't water as much and you got kids, and not that kids will damage your grass that much. Anyway, you know what I mean. So watering wise, I'm going to say because it is autumn now and it's cooled off a lot, Ollie could get away with doing this once, twice a day, depending if we've got a hotter day or it's a bit windy or something like that, because it's going to hold moisture pretty well. There's a bit of rain more this time of year in Orange as well, which is awesome. So that's the reason why I 100% prefer doing it in autumn with cool season grass instead of in spring, because it's cooler, the roots get all of winter to establish before getting into summer again. Whereas if you do it in spring, by the time summer hits, like, you've got to just keep the water up to it because the roots just aren't as established and haven't had like 6 to 8 months to get going like they would when you do in autumn. And as for first mow, well, even if the seed's just germinating, since we've got existing grass here, you can do a bit of a taller mow and it's not going to worry it too much. So once this lawn starts getting long, they're just going to cut it. That's all there is to it. You can leave it a little bit longer if you like, if you're scared of squishing your new seed, but you're going to be fine. I've done it many times, as you've seen at my house, like mowing within 10 days after seeding. It's not an issue at all. Even with the Kentucky bluegrass down in there, you're going to be fine. And even some of that seed, if it doesn't germinate in those 21 days, it might germinate throughout winter, or it might even come up at the start of spring again if you don't put a pre-emergent down, so don't stress. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll keep you guys updated on this one. When we come to doing the first mow, I'll show you guys an update. We'll give it a fertilise, put some humic acid down, and get this thing kicking along. Anyway, thanks so much guys. Talk to you soon.